Welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a get ready with me today of just the eye look I've been wearing lately and try a few new products. So stay tuned and watch how I get this look. Okay, so I'm going to do my go-to look lately with the Pat McGrath Mothership VI palette. I got this at TJ Maxx for 40 bucks and it's usually like 129, so I just love it so much. So I first take the dark brown and I'm going to pack that on the lid. Not like all the way up to the crease, but not into the crease. Just pack that color on my lid. And it's okay if it's not perfect, like if there's a little bit of skipping, because we're gonna put like shimmers on top of it and shimmers fix everything. So I already primed my lids and with the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer, which is the best, and then I put this transition color in the crease just a little bit before I started filming. So yeah, all over the lid, and sometimes I even kind of bring it out a little bit just to kind of elongate the eye. Okay, now we just have that color on the lid. I'm going to take this green shimmer with my finger and I'm going to just pack that right on top of the brown. It makes it so it's not as green and there's a little bit more depth to it when you layer it. Because I don't want it to be a completely green look. Okay, and then I'm just going to take like a clean fluffy brush and just smooth out those edges a bit so it doesn't look so stark from the lid to the crease, and just mess with it back and forth and back and forth. Okay, now I'm taking this really shimmery sparkle. It's very, I don't know, champagne-like, a little pink underneath. But look at that, it's so sparkly, but we don't want too much. We're just gonna pat a little bit over the eye. I know it looks like a lot, no matter how softly you do it. And yes, this is what I've been doing as like my go-to lately. Same brush, just to mess with it a bit so it's not as intense. See, it kind of ties it down just a little bit because you just want a little bit of pretty sparkle. Because these shadows are just, they're so stunning. The colors, the formula, they are amazing. Imagine taking that color with some like all-nighter spray. How amazingly metallic it would be. It would be insane. And I'm wearing my little Star Wars shirt, so my eyes kind of go with it. Stars, shimmer, I don't know. Okay, so we messed with this a bit, dyed it down a little. Perfect, fabulous. Next we're gonna take a liner brush with this dark burnt color. And we're gonna place that right against the lash line. And this little trick I'm doing, and just wing it out, brings out my blue eyes a little bit more. Just this little bit of burnt color. This color is great for blue eyes. Just wing it out a little bit. And then we're going to take the same brush and just mess with it a little bit so you mesh it all together. We just want it to be seamless. We don't want any harsh lines or any of that, because it kind of is an intense eye look. But if you just buff it out a ton, it's a little easier to wear every day. Nice, and we'll clean it up, of course, too. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this highlight color with a little pencil brush. I'm just going to pack it in the inner corner. I can even take this brush and kind of buff a little bit more. Yes, nice. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up and we'll do the face and we'll finish the eyes when we're done with everything else. So I already primed my face with this, this Embryolisse Lait Creme Concentrate thing. I tried it yesterday and I didn't think it was that amazing. Everyone says how amazing it is. But my skin's been really, really weird and just peely and dry and breaking out. So I tried this again today. I put it on already. And so I'm hoping that it's okay, because I don't know if it's entirely this. It might just be my skin. So I recently bought the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin, was it cream to powder? It could be a base, you can use it as a foundation, and I really like it. I know it looks super yellow, but this is number 3, so a little bit more yellow. Maybe I should, whatever, I bought number 1 as well. And I just like to take this dual fiber brush by MAC and just kind of paint it on and kind of buff it too. That's what I like, is that it can hold some product, but it's not super compact. Just evens out the skin. And it's funny because it's so creamy and balmy. Oh, it's a balm. I'm sorry, balm to powder or something. I'll link it below. But, and then it just kind of turns to powder. And it's not like super tacky. I don't know, I think it's just a lovely product. And I don't like a lot of coverage or a lot of foundation, so this is kind of perfect. I've been enjoying it. And you can see that, you know, this is number 3 and it looks so yellow, but it doesn't seem so yellow to me once it's on the skin. This is a neutral undertone too when I bought it. I have 1 and 3. But yeah, I just think it evens out, and I can add coverage where I want. Okay, my skin seems a little bit better today. I, really moisturized and exfoliated and all that stuff, because yesterday it was horrendous. Okay, now let's do Rare Beauty Rare Beauty Under Eye Brightener, because it's just the best and I love it. So with the Vive Prime and Conceal brush, which is the best brush for under the eyes. But look how much it just brightens. I just love it. I think it's fabulous. I wonder if they're still out of stock on Sephora, because everybody needs this product. There's a great range of colors too, and since it's not super full coverage, that, a lot of people can wear the same shade, if that makes sense. But yeah, look, it's so lovely. And brightening, it just has that little bit of that dewy finish, but not like shiny, because sometimes you don't want really shiny under the eyes, because it can make your like bags look a little bit worse, but I don't see that really happening. I think it's really nice. We're going to cover this up later with powder. I've been noticing that when I try to cover it up with liquid concealer, it just doesn't do as well. Another recent product to myself is this Flower Beauty contour wand, which is kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury, or it's supposed to be like a dupe for it. I had the Charlotte Tilbury one a long time ago, and I returned it. I thought it was messy. I didn't like the color. I thought it just didn't really do much. I don't know. I just wasn't impressed with it. But I wanted to try this Flower Beauty one, and it's better than the Charlotte Tilbury. I will say that, just because I feel like it's not as glowy, has more of a satin matte finish, which I don't really want too glowy, but it dries fast, so I have to do it in sections. I can't just dot it all over my face, which is so much fun, and then buff it out. I kind of have to do it in sections, but it's fine. It's a nice product. It's not expensive, which I like. I don't know. I just think it's nice, and who doesn't love Drew Barrymore? She's so freaking cute. It's hard to find Flower Beauty products around me, I've realized, and I mean, I order a lot online, but the immediate satisfaction of being able to go to a store and grab something is what I prefer. And every time I go to like CVS or something, there are like 5 products. You know, there's just nothing in the store, and they don't stock very fast. I don't know. It's frustrating. So every time I go in somewhere, I look for Flower Beauty and I try to find a product. This took me forever to find, but I'm liking it for the price point. I've been trying it, and yeah, my skin does look better today. I can kind of tell. Yesterday it was like this big blob of crusty weirdness, and bronzer was getting stuck in it. It was so bad. So I'm glad I gave this another try, because I was thinking this was just nothing. But so far, I think my skin looks pretty. Okay, another Flower Beauty product is this Gel Crush Lip and Cheek. I got an orange one, but I didn't want to do orange today, so I'm going to use this berry one that I've used before. I think it's really pretty. It's sheer, hence, you know, it says gel. I don't know, I just really like it. I think it has that, you know, kind of, I've been out in the sun, burnt color. And we don't want to do anything too bright, just because our eyes are a little bit much, I guess. Kind of want to keep everything else a little bit more subtle. Yeah, this blush is just so pretty. Like a little bit of burnt skin look, which I like. Yeah, that's nice. I just powdered everything down with my Charlotte Tilbury translucent powder, and I'm going to cover up some of these spots with the Bare Minerals Fairly Light Original foundation powder. It is just the best for covering up areas naturally, and it's just not cakey. So I just have a little bit in the top of the cap. I have this little MAC 286 dual fiber brush, which is great for concealer and any spot treating. And I'm just going to buff that on the skin. You know, the motto was swirl, tap, buff. That's kind of what I did. Swirl, tap, I'm buffing it on the skin. But I think it covers up so well. And it doesn't look cakey. It looks natural. Yesterday this thing was just red and unhappy, and I kept on trying to use concealer on it, just a liquid full coverage concealer, and it wasn't covering. It was looking gross. Everything was sticking to it. I mean, it didn't help that my skin was just not good, but this just I think it does an amazing job. It almost looks like airbrushed. I love Bare Minerals foundation powder. I think it's the best. I really do. I mean, look at that. All right, now we're gonna bronze the skin because I look really pale. And I'm gonna use the butter bronzer, of course. It's just so nice. Such a treat. And it's just like that matte, no shimmer finish, so it just is very natural. It smells so nice. It's great. It's really a staple. But yeah, my skin is looking better. I mean, it's just been, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the weather, I don't know if it's hormones, but the cycle of my skin lately is just maddening. I can't keep up with it. Okay, I think that's enough bronzer. So I've been obsessed with these bite-size face duos by e.l.f., just like their bite-size eyeshadows, and I've been trying a few of them. I found these actually at TJ Maxx, and I believe they're $4 normally. TJ Maxx had them for $3, whatever. They're really great. The watermelon one is my favorite. The white peach is okay. Yeah, so this one is pomegranate, so let's try this for a little bit more blush. Maybe I'll just use this same brush again. It's probably going to be too compact. No, it's not. I just think these are so fabulous. And the, highlight blush topper with them is so pretty. I've been really liking them as my highlight area color because they're not blinding, highlight colors. They're more of a neutral. Let's just buff that out a bit. A neutral highlight. So let's use the highlight or whatever blush topper. Do my nose first. These e.l.f. products are just so good. It's so nice. Well, let's do my inner corner here. You kind of see how it's not like as white as a regular highlight, if that makes sense. It's more like neutral. This brush, this Zoeva brush, I also got from TJ Maxx. I mean, TJ Maxx is just killing it with the good products for a good price. It's not those off brands that you're like, what is this? I mean, I've gotten so many good things for great prices. Yeah, I mean, these are just so pretty. I still like the watermelon the best. I just think it's the best neutral. But this pomegranate, super pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put some brow gel in my brows, curl my lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so used the NYX brow glue in my brows. I really like that as my brow gel lately, and I just curled my lashes. I'm still loving this tinted primer by Maybelline. Still hate the brush, but I'm just gonna use it right now because I'm just gonna do a tiny bit right here, just at the base. But yeah, look how it's just so flimsy. It makes me crazy. What is it, daylight savings today? I think I'm like a little off. I don't know if I seem a little off, but I'm tired and it's really gray today. And usually Sundays in Michigan, they're sunny. And it's been pretty sunny lately, but it's snowing and gray. I don't know, I just feel a little off. Greg is sick. I just started watching The Last of Us last night. I love it. But, I mean, it's just Mando with another kid. Right? So, I love it. So I think I'm gonna start watching Bad Batch tonight. I really want to start watching it, but I need to pay attention to it. I can't like have it on in the background, right? Like I can put stupid Real Housewives on in the background and not pay attention, but I need to pay attention to Bad Batch. So I think I'm gonna make him watch it with me. All right, that's my little rant. You know, I just love Pedro Pascal. I love him. All right, now for a lip. I'm not sure what I want to do. So I've been using, because I love a lip stain, the Benetint on my lips lately, but it's a little too pink for me. Does that make sense? Because it's not really that pink, but I've been doing it. Look how my lips are really chapped because I put retinol really close, and usually I make sure I don't get it on my lips. I think I've just been brain dead, so I got it on my lips, so they're a little not happy, but it's fine. But my friend Leah sent me this video on TikTok of this girl doing this lip look where her lip makes her lips look a little bigger, and it did. And one of the things she did was take the Benetint and like kind of overline and like go over the Cupid's bow, which for me, my biggest problem with my lips is that I don't think they're even. It drives me crazy. Like, this bottom lip is huge. I'm gonna point out all my flaws to you. Ready? And so this lip goes down, and this side of my lip goes up, and it drives me insane. So I always like to have them perfectly lined, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like them to look overlined or anything like that, because I like to keep them kind of in their box. That's bizarre, but it just looked really pretty. And so I haven't had Benetint in a while, so I rebought it, and I've been just kind of trying to even my lips out in a more subtle way than like a lip liner. And since my bottom lip is so much bigger, which that's really dramatic because you're probably like, no it's not, than my top lip, I feel like if I overline it just a little bit, it helps. Look, see? They're a little bit more even. I mean, they look like a little crazy right now, but I mean, this is a tint. So just kind of pat it out. And I love the Benetint. I can't believe I haven't had it in a long time because, again, I love to look like I just got a little burnt from the sun, and this is the perfect way to do that. And it like doesn't mess with any of the makeup underneath, but now it kind of just looks like a little sun-kissed, right? And now my lips look a little dyed down, and they look a little bigger. So thank you to my friend Leah for showing me that video, because I think this is look pretty good. So now I'm just gonna finish off this look with the Scrollin' NYX Fat Oil Lip Drip. And I got this color, Scrollin', that I just said. And sorry, I'm always nervous because it like has like that drip of gloss to it. Has a little bit of color. And it just feels good. Not too sticky. And see how it changed that lip color to more of like a terracotta, because I don't really like the pink undertone, but look at my lips, look a little plumper. They really do. Yeah. I didn't want to put too much on them because I don't want them to feel drier than they are, because they're not happy today. A lot of things aren't happy today, but my skin, let's talk about that. It's not weird. It was so weird yesterday. And I just took all my makeup off and like hid after that. But I think the moisture and the exfoliation really helped. It really did. So that's the final look. It's kind of what I've been doing lately, this eye look for sure. I think it's so pretty. I love it. And I just love the mix of colors and a little hint of the green and then that dark burnt color. And we tried some new products today, and yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. Be a part of my community. But I will see you next week. Have a wonderful Sunday. And yeah, have a great next week. Tomorrow's Monday. Are you ready? Because I'm not.